But instead of babies, babies, they like look, but they're looking at you from like a different dimension, right? They're looking at you from more from the source. That's why people that have a lot of light love it. It's not everybody loves babies on the planet, but the ones that do, the people that have light, they protect innocence, but they love it. Maybe, the way they smell, the way they feel, the way they sound, like, and there's just innocence, and they're vulnerable, but needs to be protected. But adults, caretakers get things from children in terms of like good feeling and feel like it's safe. Babies are safe. Like babies aren't gonna lash out. They might, pee on people or puke on people, but you should know that's coming. You can get a heads up, you can put little protector shields and stuff, but babies are more connected and have that innocence. Now, the eyes are different because they're like looking at you in the physical world, almost through the spiritual world, almost as if God's eyes. They're more closer. And then, but once the ego enters, it will be in a split moment, and their eyes will be different. Instead of looking through, now there's a me, there's a my. Instead of hurt happening, cold happening, I don't even have as a baby, I don't even have the language, the knowledge, the development of the mind to communicate. I don't even have language yet, but if I did have language, I would say hurt's happening, scared, lonely's happening, hungry, I need warmth, I need touch, and then there's crying, that happenings if they can't communicate, right? If I'm a baby and I can't communicate, but then once there's an ego, now I'm hurt, I'm crying, I'm this. And as it develops, now there's a me and then there's a you. Without egos, there's no sense of that separation. It's just the baby experiences, the whole entire experience is the universe. That's it. There's no more, there's no less. And the parents are like gods. But there's no sense of separation. That's why when we're babies, everything goes into our nervous system and into our unconscious minds. Our unconscious mind's there, just there's not a conscious mind there. Until the ego starts, then we can have a conscious mind. Conscious mind and ego aren't the same thing. Conscious mind is what we're aware of in each moment. Ego is, I'm aware of this. You hurt me, blah, 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 blah. All these, it's a program. Without God, the ego cannot exist with that awareness at the same time. Awareness and ego, or light and ego, are there at the same place, same time, it dissolves. But that's what's different. The eyes change. And so many parents I talk to, they're like, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. Some people say it's creepy, it's spooky. It's not creepy, it's spooky, it's normal. People can say it's creepy or spooky, but it's how it works. But that's what happens. And the eyes are different. You can, if you take a picture every day, at least start at 1.5 years, and go through 2.5 years, you're going to see it. You're going to find one day, my baby is different. But then, yes. So then ideally a person does the work, for, at least 12 years. When I say 12 years, I mean, it's not like 12 years and it's not including sleep. It's not including, if I'm saying, I'm going to get my calculator. If I'm saying 12 years to enlightenment, let's say 365 days in a year times, I'm going to say 24 hours in a day times 12 years. I'm saying 105,120 hours. That doesn't mean from 0 to 12 years old. That means conscious. That does not count necessarily sleep at first, because you can actually consciously train in your sleep, but it doesn't include sleep. It doesn't include anytime you're focusing on something else. Whenever is the ego there, it doesn't count. And most people, it's the ego's there. So if it works out correctly, then yes, the ego would dissolve at 21-ish. But that's not what people do. So many people resist. So many people, they think they're the thinker of their thoughts, and they're not thinking at all. Because true thinking is, in this moment, out of infinite possible thoughts, would I choose this? And if the answer is ever no, then it's not thinking, it's mental activity coming from the ego or collective unconsciousness or something else.